Here, welcome back to Inside the Mind of a Day Trader episode 7. Hopefully everybody is having a solid day so far. Today was December 20th, Friday. Ended off the week with a banger. I'm going to go ahead and hop on into that trade, go over why I took the trade, my reasoning behind it, and all of that good stuff. So let's go ahead and hop right on into it. Cool, so hopping on into the charts here, this trade was actually taken off of this demand zone. We can see down here, this was taken on SPY. Only took one trade for the day, went 1 for 1 as you can see as well. I alerted the whole entire move to the Discord. If you guys aren't in the Discord, be sure to click the link down in the description and join for completely free. But yes, so we alerted the whole entire move. You can see here at 11 a.m. I alerted entering SPY calls, and we'll go over onto the charts right at 11 a.m. here. You can see this was pretty much the bottom, right? And it was also when we started to really reject and bounce from that demand zone initially, right? So here I'll actually show you guys why I drew out this demand zone in the first place. So this demand zone was drawn out on the higher time frames and lower time frames, giving us the extra confirmation that we needed. But switching over to the 5-minute, looks like we are right here. Okay, cool. So switching on to the 5-minute, you can see I'll go ahead and delete that and also this as well. You can see we have a ton of built up buying pressure / buying orders inputted within the market here. Also a bullish fair value gap right here. So previously we know that there is a ton of buying pressure within this area, right? So we want to go ahead and mark that out. First, we're going to go ahead and mark out the bullish fair value gap, extend that out, and then same thing here. We have looks like this 5-minute demand zone, which was what I was focused on most. So now that we have our bullish fair value gap on top of our 5-minute demand zone, like I said, we now know that this area has previously provided us with excessive amounts of buying pressure. So we then want to look to capitalize off of that once price bounces back into that zone. So moving back onto the lower time frame, you can this trade was actually a pretty interesting roller coaster, and I'll show you guys why in a second. So I entered right here off this rejection. We initially had a pretty nice move up, and then we rejected back to pretty much break even at this point, right? So we were consolidating pretty heavy, but I was staying patient and I was staying disciplined. I was waiting for a full close under this demand zone for my stop loss, which we never got, right? So that's why it's also very important when you are placing your stop losses. I always highly recommend to place your stop loss at an invalidation point. So in this case scenario, our stop loss was below this demand zone. You can see we got somewhat close to breaking it, but we never fully closed below. And that's exactly what I was looking for. Shortly after, you can see we then had the rejection and moved beautifully to the upside. All targets were hit beautifully right here within this bearish fair value gap. That was my first main target point in terms of taking profits. And then up here, you can see we have this next resistance area. That was my second area of taking profits. And then really from that point on, I only had runners. So as you can see, beautiful trade off of this demand, and also just another reason why it's so important to utilize supply and demand and take advantage of zones like this, right? So definitely a lot of consolidation within this trade, but that's why, again, it is also super important to just stay patient and stay disciplined within your trades, right? So that is most important. And then other than that, once I did have runners, you can see this was my first take profit. This was my second take profit. After my second take profit, I only had runners left on that position, also putting me at a risk-free trade, right? So also at that point, stop losses pretty much moved to break even. And then just throughout the day, we kind of just slowed down. But around, let's go back to the Discord. You can see here live in action, here's the trade starting to work out. So here's when I took my first profit trim. That was around 11:20, and then about 10 minutes later, you can see the trade continuing to move in our direction. And then you can also see here at 11:28, I alerted I had runners only left. And then you can see the trade continuing to move beautifully in our direction. So very nice trade, and very happy I was able to make some magic happen on the charts regardless of the poor price action market has been giving us. Like I have said in previous episodes, December is known for not the best price action. So if you're having multiple different scenarios where price action just isn't treating you the best, it's not moving the best, maybe you should just take it more slow, de-risk, or wait until the New Year's. But other than that, that's going to be the trade that I took for today. Hopefully you guys found some value from this episode. Please like the video, and if you have any questions, comment down below. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next episode. Much love.